Okay, hello everyone. It's time again. We're live on ETJ English. Today we've got another free live English lesson, and today it's a Christmas special. Christmas special. So this is good for all of you because some of you celebrate Christmas, some of you don't. Some of you have your own traditions for Christmas. I have my own traditions, and every family in England has their own kind of traditions with Christmas, just like they do in Spain, in Italy, in all over the world. We all have our own traditions, and traditions are a very important thing. First of all, what is a tradition? Well, a tradition is something we do, whether it's as a country, maybe as a family, or as a group of friends. A lot of people have traditions, and it can mean something personal or it can mean something big, something to everyone. And that's what a tradition is. Hello, everyone. Welcome to everyone joining the lesson. Really happy to see you all here. Thank you for coming. It's great to be back. One reason why I love these English lessons is because I get to see your comments and to see what you think. And I get to see all of you English learners joining these lessons. So thank you, everyone. And also another reason why I love these lessons is because I get to have a coffee. How do you like my mug? I got bought this as a gift once. It's nice and warm. It's very cold in my house at the moment because it's winter time. And I need a coffee to keep me warm. I did mention in a video before about how we have to wrap up at Christmas time to keep warm. And I did get a lot of comments back from some of you saying, oh, why are you saying England is a cold country? And then like people from Russia, people from all these cold countries saying you should not be saying England is a cold country. Now I understand, yes, some of you have some very much colder conditions in your country. And you get a lot of snow. We don't get very much snow here. Let's see who's joining. We've got Marvin from the Philippines, hello, and Andreas from Greece. I have a very good friend from Greece. His name is Dimitri, and I'd love to visit Greece one day, actually. Anyway, let's carry on with the lesson. So we're talking about Christmas traditions, but first of all, what I want you to do is copy everyone else. Say your name and say where you are from. And also, if you would be really kind, if you're really, really kind and you love me like I love you, then please press the share button on here and share with all your friends so we can all learn English together. The more people, the better. The more shares we get, the better it will be. Welcome everyone. Welcome to everyone saying hello. Right, so Christmas traditions. First of all, I think you might know this because some of you have said this to me already. And this is something that we say at Christmas time to other people. People who don't celebrate Christmas will still say this to people who do celebrate Christmas. And we say Merry Christmas, or we say Happy Christmas. And this is something we say just to be friendly, really, and just to say, I hope you have a great day on Christmas Day. I hope you have everything you want. And this is why we say this. But also, there's another phrase which can follow this. A lot of people say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because a few days after Christmas, we then have New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So that is how we do it. Right, we've had a few more people say hello. Let me just quickly have a look who we've got. So we've got Gretel from Taiwan. Hello. We've got Sherry from China, Saravanan from Indonesia, and Dennis from Vietnam. And also we have Camelia from Thailand. Sawadee Krap. I think I said that right. If not, then hello. Anyway, right, so yes, we say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's what we do. Now, more traditions. As well as saying this, we might also give someone, a close friend or a family member, we might give them a Christmas card. A Christmas card. And this is just like when we get birthday cards. And this will be a card saying, let's say I'm writing it to my mum and dad. It would say, "Dear Mum and Dad, Merry Christmas," or "Happy Christmas." And at the bottom, you would just say, "Lots of love from Elliot." That's how I wrote my Christmas card this year. It might seem a bit strange because now in this world, we always send text messages or emails to people. But still, it's a tradition in many countries, especially in my country, that on a special occasion, a big day, an important day, we still send cards. So a birthday card, a Christmas card, and then we put them on what we call our mantelpiece, which is the bit of kind of shelf that comes out in our house. And we put all of our cards on top of here. And we display them for everyone to show how many cards we got from different people. I really like getting cards. I think cards are great. They're a great gift to give someone. Although it's not something you can use, it's still something that somebody took the time to write and send to you. So I think it's really good. Okay, right, so more traditions. So I've said about cards, but also another thing that a lot of people know about Christmas is that we give gifts. And we call it swapping presents. So when you swap something, what you do is somebody gives you something and you give them something. That's what we call swapping, or to swap. So, for example, I might buy a gift for my mum or my dad or my sister or a friend, and I will wrap it up in wrapping paper. Now, this is the paper we use for gifts. So we sellotape it, we tape it all together, and we make it look very nice. And then we swap. So they will give me a present and I will give them a present. I like this also. I think it's a very good tradition. First of all, I just want to actually say, Christmas is a religious occasion. Yes, it is. But I am not religious. I celebrate Christmas. Other people are not religious and they don't celebrate Christmas. It's just an event which can also be a tradition. It's an important event and everybody in England celebrates it, unless they are a different religion or they're not interested. It doesn't matter. So it's a good occasion because it brings everybody together. Just like this channel. That's why I love this channel. It's a channel which brings everybody together. That is my doorbell. Just give me 1 second. I will be back. Okay, all right. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to go and answer the door because I had a package which was being delivered. I had a package which I had delivered to my house and I had to collect it. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen during the lesson. I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue. So, we were talking about Christmas, and another thing we do at Christmas is that we decorate our houses. We decorate our houses. I take it you know what decorate means. It means to put things in the house to make it look in a certain theme or design or style. And I've got something that I want to show you, and I want you to comment and tell me if you know what it's called. So it's this, and it says Happy Holidays on it, which is something else we say as well as Merry Christmas. And this is it. Let me show you. Okay. Oh, it's written backwards, but when you shake it or you turn it upside down, it snows. It looks like it's snowing inside of here. Now, can you tell me what this is called? I'll give you a clue. One word is snow, and the second word is something else. think about the shape of it. Think about the shape of what it is. Maybe some of you know what it's called, but I want you to comment and tell me what you think it's called. And while you do, I will just continue. Hello to everyone else who is joining. So many people saying hello. Sorry that I can't shout all of you out. And thank you to those of you who are sharing the video. So more about Christmas, decorating. We decorate our houses. We decorate it with things like this, and we put them all over our house. Sometimes we decorate it with different things. For example, I have a Christmas tree right here. And this is something which we use to make our house look nice, to make our house look Christmassy. Christmassy. I don't know if that's a real word. We just say that. If something is Christmassy, then it feels like Christmas when we see it. So that Christmas tree makes this house look Christmassy, as well as decorations like this. And if you don't give me the answer to what you think this item is called, I will tell you in a second. It's quite a hard one. That's why I asked you. Now, so as well as decorating with Christmas trees, there's a few special plants that we have at Christmas time. Plants and trees. There's a thing called holly, and it's also a name that we give to people. Some girls are called Holly. Anyway, holly is another type of tree that we put on our wall, and it makes it look Christmassy. And that's also a tradition. There's one more thing. And, 1 second, we have an answer. Alpha says snow globe. Absolutely right. It's a snow globe. That's what we call this, a snow globe. And when you shake it, it snows. And it also plays a song. It says, press here on the bottom. And if I press this button, it will play a song. I'm not going to play it right now because it goes on for quite a long time. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Okay, so anyway, we'll move on from the snow globe. Well done for getting that right, Alpha. So yeah, we decorate our house with different things, and it makes it feel like Christmas. And usually what we will do is we will put our presents underneath, below the Christmas tree. And I know some of these traditions are different to the traditions in your country. So if any of your traditions are different, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, I'd love you to share what your traditions are at Christmas time. I did do a status about this on here the other day, and I had some great answers. I found out that some of you don't celebrate Christmas. I found out that in Spain, somebody shared that there's a lot of alcohol involved, and that is exactly the same with England. We, as English people, we do drink quite a lot. It's another tradition in our country. We drink a lot, and it's just a reason that people get close. We have fun, we have a laugh, and unfortunately, for a lot of people, to be able to feel confident, we have to have a drink. And it's the same for me. I'm quite a shy person, unless I'm doing my lessons, because I know what I'm talking about. But if I'm meeting new people in person, then I might get a little bit nervous. So sometimes it's good when it's a party, for example, and there is alcohol involved. It's bad, I know, but it helps. And yeah, so that's how it works. We have a big party and we drink a lot and we eat what we call a roast dinner. But this roast dinner, actually, first of all, I'm going to explain what a roast dinner is. It's a British thing. We usually have it every Sunday, a roast dinner. And what it is we usually have a big piece of meat, like big chicken or turkey or beef or lamb, and we will eat it with potatoes, vegetables, and gravy. Gravy is like a sauce that we put on top. But on Christmas, we have a very special roast dinner. This is a tradition. And the meat is always, or almost always, turkey. turkey meat. Now, if you don't know what a turkey is, just Google it. They're like a big chicken with the dangly, the big things hanging from their chin, and the kind of I don't even know how to explain it. And they have big talons. Anyway, we eat turkey and everything with the roast dinner. There's also another food that we have, which is called pigs in blankets. Pigs in blankets. And this is a little bit strange. And what it is a sausage, pork sausage. And what we do is we wrap it with bacon. So it's a sausage with bacon wrapped around it. And this is the best part of a Christmas dinner. I love pigs in blankets. And it's just amazing. I really enjoy it. And I think we just had a good comment, which I just wanted to look at, actually. Durga says, I love gravy. A lot of British people really love gravy. It's something that makes everything taste better. It's like a brown sauce that we pour on top of our roast dinners. It's delicious. So that's kind of what we do. And we also, before we eat our food, we have Christmas crackers. And I'm going to show you some of these in a YouTube video very soon. And what we do is we grab one end of the cracker and the other person grabs the other end and we pull it. We pull the cracker and it has a very small explosive inside of it. And it goes bang, it pops. And whoever gets the longer side wins. And they win the prize, the present that's inside of there. And inside of it will usually be a Christmas hat, like a Christmas hat that we put on. And we all sit around the table with Christmas hats on. And also, it will usually have a small toy and a Christmas joke. Now, their Christmas jokes are notoriously, and if something is notoriously, it means it's very well known to be very bad. They're very bad jokes. Not rude, they're just not funny. They're not funny, the jokes. I don't know any Christmas jokes. I can't remember any because they're so bad. But if any of you know any jokes, please share them in here. I think it would be quite funny to see whether any of you know any jokes in English. So let's continue. So we're talking about the food. So that's the tradition. We eat the Christmas dinner, we pull the crackers, and we all drink alcohol. That's what Christmas Day is. And then usually after this, my dad will fall asleep on the sofa while we're watching TV. We're all tired and we all fall asleep. And that's pretty much Christmas Day. And that's just how it works. It's not really that exciting in my household, but other people in England do it differently. Everybody celebrates things in different ways. Now, for the religious people out there, the people who celebrate Christmas, for the religious reason, they will go to an event called Midnight Mass. Midnight Mass. So that is a ceremony, a religious ceremony, where they sing Christmas carols. Christmas carols. And Christmas carols are a religious song. And they sing them all together at midnight. And they celebrate the birth of Jesus. Now, I'm sorry to those of you who are religious, but I don't celebrate it for the religious reasons. So I've never been to this before. But I know that some of you in other countries do a similar thing, the people who are Christian or Catholic. And it's very interesting to see how other people celebrate in different ways. So now we move on to can I sing? No, I can't sing, sorry. And also, I'll just do another name. Hello, Jennifer from Saudi Arabia, and advance Merry Christmas. What we would actually say is well, a better way to say it is Merry Christmas in advance. In advance. But sometimes we say Merry Christmas now, or 2 weeks before, or 1 week before. This is just how we do it. It doesn't matter what day it is, we might just say that. Now, Dennis has a joke for us. I asked for some terrible jokes, and this is a very terrible joke which I've heard before. Why was 6 afraid of 7? So why was 6 scared of 7? And oh, I don't want to say it because it's so bad. The answer is because 7, 8, 9. Am I right, Dennis? Am I right? Did I say the right answer? And if you don't understand that joke, so why was 6 afraid, scared of 7? Because 7 ate as if it was eating 9. And that is obviously in the order 7, 8, 9, like numbers. That is the kind of jokes that we have in England. They're not funny at all. But because they're so bad, we find them funny. We laugh because they're bad. But thank you for sharing that one, Dennis. If anyone else has any other terrible jokes that they want to share for today, that would be great. So we've talked about food, we've talked about swapping presents, and we've talked about decorating houses. And then when Christmas is over, we have the next day, which is called Boxing Day. And this is just another lazy family day in my country. And we don't really do much. And for the religious people, I think it's slightly different. I think they're quite active. I think they do quite a lot. But for us, in my house, we relax and we watch some TV. And we might have the leftovers. Now, leftovers are what remains, what is left from the food we have yesterday. So leftovers. And we might make a meal out of the leftovers from the Christmas dinner the day before. So that is Boxing Day. And then after Boxing Day, we have a few days to relax, go back to work, continue with our lives. And then swiftly comes along New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. And that is the last day of 2016. This year it will be. And we don't really do much on this day, but on the night, that is when we celebrate. We celebrate the end of the year and the beginning of a new year. Lots of alcohol, lots of partying, lots of dancing, lots of singing, and lots of partying, really. That's kind of what it is. And usually what happens is there will be a countdown. And a countdown is when you count down like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, And the countdown is the last 20 or 10 seconds of the last day until midnight. And then when it reaches midnight, we all celebrate, we all fire fireworks in the sky, and we all cheer and kiss each other. And that is the celebration of the new year, the new 2017. Now, for every new year, here is another tradition. We do something called a New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution. And a New Year's resolution is when somebody wants to make a change for the new year, the beginning of the new year. And this change could be anything. I know people who have stopped eating chocolate. They want to stop eating chocolate, or they want to stop smoking, or they want to be nicer to people, or they want to start learning a new language. There's so many new things that people might want to do on this day. So that is a New Year's resolution, and they start it on New Year's Day, and they will say, this time next year, I want to have quit smoking, for example. Now, if you do, first of all, do you do New Year's resolutions? And if you did, what would be your resolution? So what would be the thing that you want to change in 2017? Or do you already have something that you have planned? Me, for example, I haven't really thought about what I want to do, what my New Year's resolution is yet. I think maybe what I want to do is to spend more time with my family, because I spent last year away. I spent last year living in Asia. I lived in Thailand and Vietnam, as a lot of you know. And I didn't spend much time with my family because they were at home in England. And I feel like now I'm getting older and they're getting older. I want to make the most. So use as much time as I can with my parents, because you need to make the most of things you've got while you have them. So that is an important thing. That's probably going to be my New Year's resolution. Chu says, I want to stop eating a lot. So you don't want to eat as much. That is a very common one, and a lot of people do this. I tried this once because, well, I didn't want to stop eating a lot. I just wanted to stop eating unhealthy food that's bad for you. And I lasted about 1 week, and then I started eating loads of junk food again. So it didn't really last very long. Some people are better than others at doing this. I'm not very good at eating healthy, unfortunately. And that's pretty much all of the celebrations that we have ahead of us in England and other countries around this area that celebrate similar things. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue talking in a second, but what I want to do now is to ask you to ask me any questions you have. So do you have any English questions about English? Do you have any questions about me? Do you have anything that you want to ask me in this video? And I will answer them for you now, or in a second. I'll just continue talking a little bit. Alexander actually says, what did you do in Asia? So I started up this business, ETJ English, my Skype English lessons. And unfortunately, it's very, very expensive to start up, to begin a business in England. So I thought, well, I'm going to be working online. So why don't I go and live in Asia, where my money is a little bit better? It goes a lot further, so it's easier to earn less money over there. And so I did. And also I love Thai food. I love Vietnamese food, as all of you know. And I was surrounded by the culture that I love in this world. I love that part of the world. It's one of my favorite parts of the world. So that is the reason, that was what I kind of did there. I did a motorbike ride. So I drove a motorbike from the south of Vietnam all the way to the north of Vietnam. So from Saigon to Hanoi, I drove a motorbike for about 10 days. And when I finished, I spent 1 month in Hanoi. And then I went to live in Chiang Mai in Thailand and Bangkok in Thailand. So that is what I did. I did a bit of adventure and a bit of working. And now that my business is better, now that I'm teaching a lot of students on Skype and I'm able to live well and help people, that's why I'm now home and I'm ready to continue. So let's go through and let's just see what other questions we have a second. Do I have, Alpha says, do I have any favorite movies that I would definitely recommend to people? Well, everyone's taste in movies is slightly different to another person's. For learning English, good movies. If you want a posh, nice sounding British accent, then you should watch old-fashioned movies, old movies and series like Game of Thrones, but movies, Everybody loves Harry Potter. Everybody enjoys things like Lord of the Rings. Not my favorite, but they're good for that. One of my favorite movies ever is actually one of my favorite books ever, and it's called The Beach. And it's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and it's about his adventure to Thailand, believe it or not. And it's a great movie, and lots happens, and it's great. It's really good. It's very poetic, the movie. It's got a lot of poetic and hidden meanings in the movie. So it's good if you like kind of beautiful language, beautiful scenery, and things like that. So I recommend that. But really, the best thing to do is to search, for example, British English movies on Google. Find a movie that looks good to you, because the best way you're going to learn with movies is if it's about something that you like. So just bear that in mind. Let's see what other questions we have from you guys. I can't answer all of them, I'm afraid, but I'll answer some of them. What's the difference between think of and think about? So think of. Think of. Can you think of something? So that means, can you think of something? Can you think of a time when you were sad? Can you think of a time when you were sad? And that means to think of a specific event, a specific time. Think of is like something that you can think, can remember in a way that happened, but you can also think of someone. So if I said to my mum, I'm thinking of you, then that means that I'm thinking about her. And if I'm thinking about something or someone, that means that it's on my mind. So they're kind of similar, but think of can be used for more specific reasons. It's quite confusing, but really you could use either, but I'm just kind of giving you a basic explanation of that one. So what else do we have? What's the difference? So Dumanji, I think that's how you say your name. What is the difference between at the moment and in the moment? So at the moment, I am doing a live lesson. I would not say in the moment, I am doing a live lesson. If I said in the moment, I would be talking in the past. In the moment, I was doing a live lesson in the moment of something happening. So in the moment isn't used as much. At the moment, we're talking about now. At the moment, this is happening. At the moment, you are watching me. In the moment is when you're talking about at that time, when that happened, in that moment in time. At the moment, in the moment. I hope that explained that okay for you. Let's see what else we've got. Wilfred says hello from Puerto Rico. Dave says hi from Hong Kong. Oh, lovely to see people from all over the world here. It's great that you've all joined. Poranot from Thailand. Thank you for teaching. That's okay. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to help you. And I love these live lessons. They're brilliant. Tanarita says hello from Thailand. Chin says something about Vietnam, and do you know Sapa? I've been to Sapa. Very great place. Alexander again. Okay, I will answer this one. What is your favorite kind of sport? I like football. I'm British. I have to like football. I support Liverpool and I play football sometimes. I'm not very athletic. I'm not very sporty, but I do like a bit of football, and I will be watching the football tonight. It's Liverpool and Everton, and they are local. They're in the same city, and they are playing each other. So it's what we would call a big game. Big game. We'll probably lose, but that's okay. So what else have we got? Let me see what we've got. What's my favorite Christmas song? I'm not going to sing it. It's a song by a man named Shakin' Stevens, and it starts, I can't even remember the song. Snow is falling all around me. I like that song. I'm not a big fan of Christmas songs, but yeah, that's a good song. So let's see what else we've got. How to use if, Mohammed says. I'm getting confused of its rule. Now, if is quite a broad thing. If is usually it depends on the situation, and I can explain this in a one-to-one lesson, but it's not really something I can explain in a video because it would take up a long time. So I'm sorry that I can't really answer that one right now. Maybe I will do a YouTube lesson on this at some point. But the best thing to do is to read. If you don't understand a specific word or the way a specific word goes, especially a word like if, which comes up a lot, it comes up so much in books, and it's to read. You just need to read and get used to where the words go. And that will help you gain an understanding of words like if, a, an, it, words like that. You need to understand them. So the best way to do that is by reading and watching YouTube videos, listening to me right now. This will help you. Right, let's go through a few more. Right, I'm going to name one of these. Rosario says, which are your favourite British TV series? My favourite is called Peep Show, and it's a comedy, and it's got my favourite comedian in it called David Mitchell. And it's very rude, very vulgar, we would say, but it's funny. And also, I love a series called Skins, which I know a lot of you know about. And it's a lot of people have learnt English watching Skins, and it's actually set in my hometown, which is Bristol. So if you want to see what it looks like where I'm from, maybe not, it's not exactly accurate on what the people are like in England, because it's a bit over the top, we would say, a bit exaggerated, but it's a good expression of the youth in England, the young people in England. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, Antonio, what's the difference between saying I'm watching football tonight and I will be watching football tonight? Well, it's just different type of tense. So I'm watching the football tonight would mean I'm watching the football tonight. I'm going to watch it tonight. But it's continuous. So it could mean, well, it's not a continuous tense, but it's continuous. So what I mean is, we don't know when the specific time is. And if you said tonight I will be watching, or I will be watching the football tonight, that means it's going to happen. I will be watching it tonight. When it happens, I will be watching it. So you can use both. It doesn't matter. They can both be used in the same time zones, the same tenses. It doesn't matter. But you could say I'm watching the football, and that could either mean that I'm saying it now and I'll be watching it later, or it could be that I'm watching it right now. So that's the only difference with I'm watching the football. Okay, what else have we got? What's the difference between issue and problem? They are almost the same. They are pretty much the same. I could say I have a problem, but I could also say I have an issue. So they're both pretty much the same. You can use them. They're just synonyms of each other in a way. So I would usually use the word problem because issue can maybe mean that it's not quite as bad. But they are pretty much the same word, okay? Wow, we have lots of questions. I'm going to have to scroll through some of these and get down. Let me get past. Right, Alexander again. You're full of questions today, aren't you, Alexander? Thank you. And I saw you in the lesson last time. Thank you for coming back. And thank you to all of you who have come back to the lessons. There's some regulars here. Do British often use gotta, gonna, wanna, etc.? I know, yes, Americans use them often. So I say wanna a lot. So I would say to my friend, do you want to go out tonight? Do you want to go to the pub tonight? I also say gonna a lot. I'm gonna, but we say it differently. So Americans say gonna, but we say gonna. So that's the difference between American and British pronunciation of gonna, and also gotta. So me saying this is very different to how you've probably heard it a lot, because American TV dominates the world. And British people say similar things to Americans sometimes, but will say them differently. So they would say gotta for gotta, and I would say gotta, or I gotta do this. And that's using the glottal T sound, which you saw in my video before. So I've gotta do my homework tonight. I'm gonna do my homework tonight, and I wanna do my homework tonight. So yes, we use them all usually when we're talking fast, and we wouldn't use it in a formal situation. Okay, right. Well, I think I've answered quite a lot of questions now. So I think what I will do now is I will finish my coffee. I think I'm going to end the lesson because I've been talking for a long time. Now, it's been really great talking to you all again. Remember, I do these lessons on Mondays and Thursdays, and you can watch the replay if you missed any of this lesson. It will be up on my YouTube later. One more thing I want to say is we managed to reach 5,500 subscribers on YouTube, which isn't a lot compared to some people, but for me, that is a lot. So thank you to all of you who subscribed to my YouTube channel. It really means a lot to me that people watch my videos and that people learn English with me and my videos. And I really hope that you find these lessons useful. And it's great to see that some of you turn up to these live lessons and you make the most of what is available. You see this live lesson, you press on it and you watch it because you want to improve your English. And that's why I'm here to help. So thank you everybody. I'm going to start crying. No, it's only 5,000 subscribers. We need to reach more. So share all of my videos with people if you really enjoy them, because it means a lot to me that you guys watch my videos and that other people can see them. So thank you guys, and I'm gonna go now. So cheers, and hopefully I will see you in the next live lesson on Thursday. See you later, guys. Bye.